Namaste, beautiful gods, goddesses, and the mysteries of light. This is Dr. Tajen, and if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, everyone. I have a special transmission today. I'm going to be talking to you about 2020 and how we are ushering in a new world order through the Aquarius age. Yes. First and foremost, I'm going to touch bases a little bit about astrology based on the information that I know. I am not an astrologist, but I have been incorporating astrology into my readings for the last 2 years, and my readings have been more accurate and more precise because of including this form of science into my work. And I believe because we are looking for around December of this year, we're going into the end of a cycle. We are coming out of a 2,000 year long cycle with the Piscean energy, and we have Jesus Christos, or some of you refer to him as Jesus, as the earthly avatar that symbolically has given us an opportunity of the washing of our sins, which is denoted right now in what we're now seeing with karma that mankind, or I should say humanity alike, have been paying, because with the Piscean energy, it has been more of a material plane energy with consumerism and materialism, and the powers that be really were the only ones that were benefiting and not the rest of humanity. But with the Aquarius energy, which is more of air energy, this is the reason why our technology is changing, the 5G. We also are going to not have the gas fumes. We're going to be moving into flying vehicles. Okay, expect this by the end of 2020. Do not be shocked. Do not be surprised that we're moving into technology that is less harmful on humans, because the Aquarius energy, although it's 2 waves, it's still an air sign. Now, me and my children, we talk about this all the time. We do not understand how a sign that's called the water barrier happens to be an air sign, and then Scorpio is a water sign. Go figure, right? We said that Scorpio should be the air sign because its finger is in the air, and that Aquarius should be a water sign, but I have a whole book on that. But anyway, back to what I am saying. So we had Jesus as the avatar to help us to have love and humility, which is now being taught on these lockdowns that are going on worldwide. And as an awakened soul, when you move into conscious awareness, you realize that all of these things are taking place for humanity to help us, not to harm us. It's the way that you look at things. We cannot continue on in that old meism and selfish and self-serving energy and narcissistic patriarchal energy. That all had to go. And with these different cycles of the ages, the cycles are usually, in order for them to complete, it takes about 200 to 300 years. And we're coming at the end of the Piscean years, December sometime. Okay, it's about 240 years to be exact. So, all I'm saying is that we have happy times ahead of us. It's going to be pretty rocky between now in December. I predicted we're going to have a lot of ups, we're going to have a lot of downs, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to get through it. And so, with all of that being said, we are going to see a change in government. I do not know why people have been predicting that Trump is going to get another period in office. I don't know. I don't feel that, but I can't deny it because I'm not really tapped into that energy right now. I'm channeling from Michael, and all that I am hearing Michael telling me is that there is going to be a change in our government, is going to be a change in humanity and society, and it's going to be unlike any human government that has ever existed since the beginning of mankind. Now, it takes over 24,000 years for a constellation to go all the way through its life cycle. And with Pisces being at the end of that cycle, we are beginning a new cycle in a new age called the Aquarian age or the Aquarius age. Now, we entered into it, or we're entering into it, but we're not quite in it yet until December of 2020. Now, what I've also done, if you see the card that is here, I did a 1-card pull because I wanted to specifically figure out the energy that the whole world is in, collectively speaking. And I got the Hangman. Because collectively speaking, the world is in introspection. And with the Hangman, which is the name of this card in this deck, you can see that the man is suspended in deep meditation and introspection and is in the cosmic womb of the subconscious. This is where we all are. Do you see that? So, his foot is encircled with a magical rope of cosmic light, and this symbolizes his connection to the divine. We are moving into a world where science and astrology is going to be the order of the day. They're going to go hand in hand, which is going to allow us to do quantum leaping, quantum technology, moving more in the body and not looking outside of ourselves. This cosmic energy is going to be something that we are all going to be awakened to. Humanity is going to be awakened. And that is what the Hangman symbolizes, the awakening to source from which we came from. If you can look at the news, a lot of religious leaders are speaking about Jesus Christ returning. Well, Jesus is already here, my love, cosmically speaking. And this is why all of these things are taking place. Now, if you look at the Hangman, he's suspended like a pendulum, moving back and forth, coming to his center or his core. And in this stillness, he's in quietude. Look at the world. We're on lockdown. We're staying home. What a perfect card for this transmission. He's not stressed, right? No, he is not stressed at all, but his legs is crossed. And that symbolizes the Trinity, which is the body, the mind, and the spirit working together. So, he hangs upside down to view life from a different vantage point, from a different perspective. The Hangman often signals for a time out in order to retreat and withdraw from the craziness of life. Aren't we saying that? No more hustle and bustling, no more putting putting our material possessions and our jobs and anything before God anymore. Now we're forced to go within, right? And now we're forced to withdraw from all the things that have kept us from our spirituality. The Hangman has letting go of the ego in order to seek his true spiritual self. His old ways of knowing transform into newer, evolved spiritual perspectives. Aren't we seeing this going on right now? Aren't we witnessing this right before our very eyes? The Hangman number is 12. Wow. And the Pisces energy is the 12th sign in the zodiac. No coincidences here. This also is the number of spiritual enlightenment, you guys. Faith with the embodiment, with wisdom of the 12 signs of the zodiac. This is a key. And this key signals a need to withdraw from social opinions. Aren't we doing social distancing right now? Worn out belief systems and lifestyles. Our life will no longer be the same. It will not return to the same way that it was because that had to die. I told you guys that it was going to be a new earth that we are entering into. And this is the ushering in of not only a new world order, but a new world period, a new earth as we know it. The Hangman has you looking at life in a completely different way. It's not a 360. It's more like a 180, okay? And many times you may view experiences and situations through your personal tunnel vision and with rosy colored glasses on. You have been using your 5 senses. Now you're being forced to use your 6th sense. You've been living your life through the 5 senses for years. And something has just been unsettling that has put a wedge between you and your path. But the Hangman steps in and it helps us to see and to reflect on the bigger picture, which is this thing called life. Getting in touch with our spiritual values and our purposes that we have for the divine. This card brings you the quiet place of deep contemplation where you can trust the true aspects of your being, surrendering to the Most High and the higher wisdom from above. Don't you agree? The Hangman brings a time of acceptance, surrendering, and letting go of all of those ideals and those projects and the things that we used to value and those things we call lifestyles and those judgments and prejudices and patterns that we needed to change and shift in order to get a new vision. So no matter what situation that we find ourselves in, we're no longer struggling and caught up in the anxieties of life. The Hangman, it helps to clear your confusion and conflict, taking you into the deeper state of realms of understanding and overstanding. The Hangman assists each and every last one of us in releasing limitations and bondages by returning us into a balanced state of existence, mind, body, and soul. You're emerging with renewal and a new perspective for your purpose in your life. The Hangman offers us options, solutions, and insights that will help us move out of this stuck situation that we all find ourselves in. He brings us a shift in consciousness and spiritual values, signaling a time to rebalance our outer world with our inner world. This card is so timely. I am speechless of how it aptly identifies and presents independent thinking and taking charge and taking the higher path, moving into our higher callings, being innovative. People are working from out of the home, even though their incomes have been taken away. They have still managed to survive because they're not depending on man now. They're depending on God or source, you see. You may be called to compromise or surrender to the current situations where we have no control over. But baby, haven't you changed this and turned this around? You may have accepted something that your ego has resisted. Hangman indicates a time to set the ego aside by taking a deeper look at your soul self. This is our chance, you guys, to find deeper meaning in our existence on this planet Earth. During this time, the renewal through deep contemplation and introspection and meditation is going to help us with the transitioning that we all need at the end of the year in December. Now, I also have predicted, if you have watched my 7-month report for the coronavirus, I've also predicted that something major is going to happen in July. I still feel it. I don't know what it is. My angels have not released that to me. But let me tell you that the way that we entered 2020 is certainly not going to be the same way that we're going to exit. And when we exit 2020, when 2021 comes around, that is going to be a whole flight that we all need to prepare and brace ourselves for. You thought that 2020 was something. Baby, you have seen nothing yet. 2021 is going to be the year that we have to balance out everything that has happened and everything that we have had to endure in 2020. And I have come to the conclusion of this beautiful transmission. Namaste.